So day 4, this is what we woke up to. It's actually been light out here since 3:30 in the morning. And we have ice. Little icebergs floating by us. There's been some big ones, there's been some little ones. We're actually on our way to Dawes Glacier. Yeah, so we're getting our warm clothes on. We're gonna go up top to the deck so we can see better. So going into day 4 then, we were pulling into Endicott Arm and we got to see Dawes Glacier. Now, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning and it was bright as day outside. It was kind of insane. Went back to sleep and we woke up at probably 6 or something. And it was gorgeous outside. We got dressed, went up on the top deck to see this glacier.
It was cold, but not so cold that you couldn't stand it. And we had hats on, we had gloves, we had jackets, and they had blankets up on the deck for if you wanted a blanket. They had hot chocolate up there for you. So it was just amazing. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It was as close as they could get us to this particular glacier. Now, if you wanted to go on a separate tour, you could take a smaller boat and go out into it closer. But they got us as close could be. And with our cameras, I think we got some great footage. What do you think?
Yeah, oh yeah, and the way they do it is that, like, if the glacier is right up here, they bring the ship in and then they start kind of moving it around like this, so that everybody who's watching on the ship can get a good view of it. People were running from side to side to side, and I had this 360 camera on a long selfie stick, so I was able to just stand there and stick it way up and get good shots. But it kept turning until eventually it turned this way and went all the way back around, and everybody on this side got to see it really good, really close, get some really good pictures, and then as we pulled away, everybody on the back got to see. So if you ever come out to do this, just know that you don't have to rush side to side. Just find a spot, stand there, and eventually it's going to turn around and you're going to get to see it really, really good. So after that then...
You had breakfast.
We had breakfast. And
at the buffet,
and then we went to Juneau. Now, originally we had a salmon bake and some kind of a museum tour set up, but that got canceled. Look at what's coming up right next to us here. We're in Juneau right now. Royal Princess. So on our TV here, you can see we got a camera on the front of the ship. And we can actually sit here and watch that Royal Princess cruise ship pull up here and dock right in front of us. So tell them what you made me do.
Well, I told him that we were going to go to the Tram. What was it called again? The
Terrifying Death Trap is what it was called.
It's a tram that you take up the mountain, 2,800 or 2,800 feet.
1,800 feet. Which, 1,800. Okay, here's how it was explained. First of all, understand it's a box hanging from a wire. And it's lifted up over half a mile into the mountain. It's insane and it's terrifying. But she wanted to do it, so we did it. And it was just as terrifying coming back down. And there's these things hanging from the ceiling. There's like bars you can hang on, like handle grips hanging from the ceiling. I had such a tight grip on that thing when we got to the top, I didn't think I was going to be able to let go. I was so terrified. We
didn't have a great view going up because there was a lot of people, but we were the first two to get on going down. So I was right up there, right at the window going down the mountain.
And I wasn't.
Amazing. It was beautiful and gorgeous.
And
I'm
insane.
So proud of my husband for doing that for me.
It was insane.
He did it. He survived it. He's still alive. His heart is still beating.
It was kind of cool though once you got up there because There was a guy
yeah.
who was carving a totem pole, and we're
Yeah.
talking like a huge totem pole.
Yeah.
That was really interesting to see. There was a bald eagle up there
Oh, yeah. We saw
in this
that.
tall tree, and he was just looking over the little town of Juneau down there, just kind of looking around, and it was really, really interesting to see.
It was awesome.
Cold up there, it was snowy, it was muddy, it was wet.
And there is a hike that you can take. It's a mile, and it takes you to another glacier and a waterfall. I'm not sure the name of it. They said that, remember that this is very slippery, that the snow is melting, and there is still ice on the path, and the bears are out. So proceed at your own risk, in other words, but be very careful. So
Yeah.
we were going to do that, but I said, no, I don't want to take. No, I'm just kidding. We weren't going to do it. I would have liked to if I was a little bit younger and had a little more energy. That would have been a great hike if you're into hiking.
I think that was all we did then, at least off the ship that day.
Yeah.
Was there anything else we...
Well, they had shops up there, but again, there was not anything. There was a little
tourist
tiny
shops.
Yeah, it was not Alaskan made.
Yeah, it's just the same thing you see in,
Except for the totem
every
pole.
tourist shop. Shirts that say Alaska. These shirts said something about the gold tram or whatever.
Yeah.
Things like that. But I think that was it. Then we came back. So after that whole tram
Fiasco.
we came back, changed our clothes, and we went out to a restaurant called the Cypress. Now that's here on the ship, and it was the best restaurant meal that we've had on the ship, and I would have to say the best one between this cruise and the Beyond as well. In a restaurant, it was delicious. What did you have?
I had, to begin with, it was the soup. What was that soup again?
I don't even know.
Anyway, it was
shrimp soup or something.
Yeah, it was kind of like a shrimpish soup, and it was really good. And then I had the beef bourguignon.
I had the
shrimp cocktail
again because that was just delicious. And then I had steak. It was like New York strip steak or something like that, but it was really good. It was a nice, big, thick piece of steak, and it was delicious. And then we had some dessert. And
my dessert was the best dessert that I've ever had, and it was a Greek dessert. It was typical to that restaurant because that's a Greek restaurant, but they do serve every other restaurant's menu also. But they have certain things that they serve, and that dessert, it was like a puff pastry with orange filling. Oh, it was just amazing.
And I don't think I took a picture of it because I don't think I took a picture of mine either. If I did, I'll put them in here. But hers was delicious, and I just ordered like chocolate cake and some vanilla ice cream. It was mind-blowing too. Absolutely delicious. On the buffet, they have these little tiny squares of things that they call cake, and it's not cake. I don't know what it is, but it's not cake. This was cake, and it was delicious.
The beef bourguignon was so good, so rich. I just couldn't finish it. It was really, really good. It had those little tiny onions and some peas, and the gravy was dark and brown and rich. It was so good.
Yeah, everything was so good.
Very, very good. Yep.
And then we followed that up and topped the night off at the club on the ship with the midnight sax with the production cast. And I thought it was a really good show.
Was amazing, I thought.
Everybody is just mind-blowingly good in that production cast. The thing that was weird to me was there was no singing with it. There was music, and they did a great job with mixing real music with live music, if that makes sense. Like real recorded music with live music at the same time. They had a sax player, guitar, bass, everything. That was excellent. The dancing was excellent. But for some reason, to me, it felt like when you're watching a video online and you have it on silent and you're listening to something else and they don't really go together. That's how it felt to me. Now, she didn't get the same feeling.
No, not at all. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, but for some reason it didn't seem to like sync together to me. But everything was really, really good in the show anyway. So I think that wrapped it up for that night.
Yep, that was it.
And that was what, day 4? So day 5.
This was totally the best excursion that we did.
Yeah, Skagway was excellent.
And we wake up for day 5 in Skagway to a Holland America ship beside us.